Hey, I'm Trey with Smithworks Creative Arts, and we're inside the Combat Information Center of the Laffey destroyer here at Patriots Point. And we were commissioned with the job of bringing this thing to life. They wanted people to get a real feel of what it would be like to be in a combat information center, how it worked during the Cold War. So I'm standing here right now at the plotter board, and this is a video effect that we did, which you can see standing next to me here is the lieutenant, who's just kind of watching back in the back of the radar screens right now. He's going to come alive in a little bit. He's going to do a little talk, as well as we have a plotter that comes out here. All this is done with holographic kind of trickery video effect using rear projection technology that we do. We also have some radar screens we brought back to life. I'm going to get Casey to tell you a little bit about those, and the plotter tables, as well as a whole sound system, sonar, and all that. We'll give you a feel of that here in just a moment.
So what we've done here with these radar screens is we've tried to bring them back to life. They haven't worked in over 50 years. We've done some rear projection technology trickery to simulate and make it look like these things are real, and they do look real. We have people come up here all the time and tell us that this is exactly what they look like.
All right, I'm standing here in front of the DRT, which stands for Dead Reckoning Tracer, and this is how they traced the ship out when it was at the ocean, and they manually did this using this grid. We recreated this grid on the table, and because there's no one actually here drawing or writing, as the show progresses, this grid will actually move as if the ship is moving, and you will see writing show up on this as if someone's standing here writing, almost like a ghost is tracing the ship. It's really cool. People like this.
So this is another plotting table they used to use to plot our movement as well as other ship movement back in the day. And we used the original Rosebud here and brought this back to life. The Rosebud is actually a little disc that's about this big, and it projects up here, and as you can see, it makes it much bigger. And we used some modern technology to help light that and bring it back to life.
All right, this is a little bit of behind the scenes look of what makes CIC and all that stuff happen in time together. We use Alcorn McBride show control equipment, which is great to making logic and all these things happen and sync together. We use the video bin loops, which play all the different audio, because we got like 14 or 16 points of audio throughout this whole thing. It controls all the lighting. We also use a series of Gilder-Fluke amplifiers for all the different speakers and audio that we have all over the place. This stuff is great, works non-stop.
Welcome to the Combat Information Center, the nerve center of the ship and where all the action is. I'm Lieutenant Miller, and today we are monitoring activity out here in the Mediterranean. And with the Cold War, there's plenty of activity, particularly with the Russians. At present, we're tracking a Russian Tu-95 reconnaissance aircraft, also known as Bear, on our air search radar behind me. His coordinates are then manually tracked on the main plot board here. Soviet reconnaissance aircraft have been buzzing the fleet for days, and it looks like any minute that Bear will be flying right over us. Over the last several years, the Soviets' presence here has steadily grown. There he goes. Yeah, they love to photograph us and complicate our ops at the same time. Currently, we're in Battle Condition 3 ASW. That's anti-submarine warfare. And we're in a search pattern investigating a possible subcontact made by one of our sonar groups. This has quickly turned into a very serious, high-risk situation.
Sonar contact on course 140, 4 knots.
Bridge combat, sonar contact on course 140, 4 knots.
Sonar contact on course 140, 4 knots. Bridge, aye.